Hello, it's Jean with Kept in Stitches. Welcome. It is time for my week in review. So come on into the Stitching Cottage and let's see what all I was able to accomplish this week in the Stitching Cottage. Let's see. First of all, I have been continually working on Over the River and Through the Woods, which that is the embroidery panel. But in addition to that, working on it, I was able to this week get the top border section of the Flying Geese units pieced together, and I was also able to get the bottom section of the borders pieced together. And I want to assure you that no points were lost in the making of all these Flying Geese units and stitching them together into the border sections. So I was able to get that done, and I also have both the right side and the left side ready to go and piece those together, hopefully later today. Then in addition to that, I also completed the small heart on this layered hearts section. It is needle turn applique onto the larger heart. The larger heart is now pinned on to the background block, and it is ready to be needle turned applique. So getting farther along in that project to where almost all 25 blocks will be complete, and then I can start on all those yo-yos I've decided to use in altering the way that layered hearts quilt was originally supposed to be put together. I have decided to do it a little bit differently, and I will be adding sashing and borders with yo-yos on them. So I will have a whole lot of yo-yos to make for that. And then also it was our embroidery stitch of the week, of course, for those of you that are following along with that. And this week's embroidery stitch of the week is the circular road stitch, and that will be found in your handy embroidery guide there. And this is the start. A little pulled there on there. I can straighten that out for you. But that is my first circle of the circular and road stitch. And can't say that that's one of my favorite stitches. And I did decide to put a button on the middle of that to add a little more something to it. But that was a rather large circle. So I'm hoping when I do the smaller circle down here, as when I put that back, you can see that it's not really as large as when I hold it up close to you. I'm hoping that that will appear to be look a little better. I don't know. It's just a stitch that is not one of my favorites, but I'm sure that it has its uses in the embroidery world. And then also I have been working on the slow stitch hand project on my Monday morning stitch and chat lives with you, and did get a little bit more done on that with this heart, this portion of the hand there during this Monday morning. And I have also decided, because I enjoyed that project so much, I have decided to go ahead and do a few more additional hands that I can work on periodically throughout the week when I feel like I just need a little meditative therapy and do some slow stitching, which is the mindless stitching, as you know. So I have another hand that I have stitched and have ready to go. Not holding that up too close because I think I had a little issue with it turning off my video by it appearing to be my hand being held up there. And so I'm not going to hold that up close this time. I had to start the video all over because of that. But I wanted to share with you that I do keep everything for that project in one of these little storage boxes. I have my hand that is traced now on cardboard, and so that is ready for any time that I want to use it. But everything that I use is all kept, of course, as I always do, in a little storage unit, so everything is ready to go when I want to work on that project. And then I also have pulled a couple, well, the one quilt is going to take 2 charm packs, the other one takes 1 charm pack and some additional fabric. The Charming Lucy one there that you can kind of see through my project box is the one that takes some additional fabric, which I have that all cut. I have all of the 2.5-inch squares for turning on the corners here. I have those all cut, and I also have the diagonal line drawn on all of those ready to go, and everything in here ready to stitch on later. Today those are going to be a couple quilts that I am doing for charity, so those are ready to go and work on today. And then an additional project that I decided, and I'm going to share with you, that I'm going to do because I know there are others of you that also have these items that you receive, and you may be wondering, what do I do with those containers? Because if you get Insta Ink, you know that you get them in these little boxes that just seem to, you know, have some uses when you're done with them, but it's not really pretty to keep this way and use. And we also, some of us, subscribe to the Sew Sampler Fat Quarter subscription boxes that we get, and they are also a nice, the same, you know, concept as these, which this has some stuff in it, but they are also nice, but not really, you know, pretty in this way to use as a storage item, but want to keep those and use those. So what I have done, I'm going to do, is I have opened it up so you have the box all unassembled this way, can lay it flat, and I have this large, that hurts the ribs, roll of craft paper that I use in some of my scrapbooking, junk journaling projects, and that type of thing. So I am going to trace the pattern to this on that. So I have a pattern to cut out, and also have the Fat Quarter sampler box taken apart in the same way. We'll be making myself patterns of that, and then I will be tracing that onto fabric to cover those boxes in fabric. Do it kind of like a decoupage with the fabric. Probably put on the inside, use some pretty scrapbooking papers, that type of thing, to put on there and make the insides also pretty. And then I will be using those to store items in, to put on my shelves, small projects, maybe, you know, some little odds and ends, little threads, just little things that we have that we like to keep stored and have pretty but convenient to be able to grab and use when we need them. So that is my idea for using those, and as I do that, I will share some of that information as I make those along with you also, so you can see the process that I go through and then the end project also. And of course, it is time for sharing with you what I received in the mail this week. And first off, I'm going to share this way first of all, because I have been putting some of the smaller items that I've received this week into this cute little storage cloth container that I ordered from Donnell's Stitchery. And she has a YouTube channel that I will include in the description box that is underneath this video. You can find that information there. But I received that from my order from her this week. And also, as I get some of these other items out of the way in there, I ordered one of her keychain lanyards, which of course in the pretty patriotic, since I am a veteran, I saw that and thought, I think I need to have that. So I also ordered that. Very nicely made, both items, I must say. And Donnell also is a beekeeper, so she makes her own lip balm. And she included one of her lip balms as a free gift for me inside that. So that I also received. And she also included that she purchases for some of her customers this little miniature wax candle. You can see it has the bees on the outside of it. Also really, really cute. But I have that on top of my sewing machine where I can see that every day as I sew. So some of the other items that are in here, as you have heard me talk in the past, my favorite scissors are the Havel scissors. They come packaged like this. This is the 6-inch. It has the large openings in the bottom of the handle. So if you have larger hands, no problem with these scissors. But I use these, the 6-inch, all of the time. And I wanted to have another one because I keep those in all my projects. So I'm always needing extras on those. And then I decided that I was going to, and this is out of the packaging already, but I also decided, and you notice on their scissors, the cover that they have on theirs clicks onto that screw, so you really have to pull to get that off. But this is the 8-inch fabric cutting ones. I decided to go ahead and also get this time. Now I want you to listen. When I put this back on, that cover clicks and snaps onto there. You are not going to lose the cover on these for your scissors. Unless you lay it down to the side and don't put it back on, then you might, lose it or have a hard time finding it. But as long as you put it on there every time, it's not going to come off and you're not going to lose it that way. Love those things. So some of the other things that I have put inside that little cloth bag that I ordered is some more Shashiko items that I have ordered, which this is a bunch of the Shashiko thread that I received. And I also got a little handbook, like the embroidery handbook on Shashiko stitches, which it just is a little handy guide for some of the stitches in Shashiko. And then this is a template for stitching the Shashiko that I received. And then inside here are 9 different templates for tracing the Shashiko stitches. So I received those also, as well as this book that is Shashiko 365. It is Stitch a New Shashiko Pattern Every Day of the Year. Now, whether I accomplished that or not, I don't know, but this is a great, 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 great resource for the stitches and actually showing how to stitch them and everything. So, wonderful book. And then I also received Simply Shashiko. As you might notice, I am getting ready to really delve into the Shashiko, and that has large, full-size grid patterns for that. Another wonderful resource book for that. So that is all items I received for Shashiko. And then I'm a Tilda fan, so I also received this hot chocolate sewing book of hers, is the name of it. It's Cozy Autumn and Winter Sewing Projects. And we'll see if I can find one quick project to show. Oh, I know which one I want to share with you. I know which one, if I can find it real quickly here. Which that doesn't look like autumn, but I love the pears. Those are awesome, and I know that yeah. See the little cups? I can use those for storage and whatever. I think those are just really awesome. So, also received that. And then the last item that I have to share with you is, it is a Jen Kingwell item, and it is a block wrap. And this was quite different. And you unroll that after you take it apart, and it looks just like a book with pages, but it is for putting on this side. It is a sticky surface, just like felt, flannel, not felt, that you can put your block that you're working on in progress on. And then this side is not sticky, so when you put the individual layers together, it will not stick to that block on that side. So you can have several blocks. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages to this roll. I call it pages. 5 sections to this roll, and it is a nice size. It is 14 by 14, so that will hold your 12-inch blocks that you are working on, and you can have them all layered in there as you're working. Just lay them all in there, however many that you have, and then you can roll this up. Take the ties and tie that back up. I'm trying to hold it up here and tie it for you, but just tie that back up. And you can take your blocks along with you, set them to the side, whatever, but they will all be in there and nice and ready for you to work on. So I'm sure I will get a lot of use out of that as I am working on projects. And that, I believe, is everything that I have to share with you this week. Got a lot of stuff in the mail. Not quite as much stuff accomplished this week, but hey, progress is progress, right? So I hope this inspires you in some way in your realm of stitching to get some of your projects going, get some of them on the way to completion. Maybe gave you some storage ideas and organization ideas, that type of thing. But anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead, that you enjoy the last day of the weekend, and I will see you again very soon. Thank you for joining me in my stitching cottage today. Take care, everyone. I will see you, and in the meantime, remember, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye.